Hey, what's going on YouTube? So today I'm going to show you a heavy attack Magdk solo build. This build is intended to be used for solo play and offers good balance between damage and survivability. Furthermore, this build is perfect to use in overland and comes with relatively easy to acquire gear. So with that being said, here we go. So starting off in the character sheet, I have 64 points in a Magicka, and I'm running the Thief Mundus. For the race, I'm a Dark Elf, and I think Dark Elves work pretty good for something like this because they offer a mix between damage and stats. So for food, we're going to be running Clockwork Citrus Fillet, or the cheaper option, Witch Mother's Potion Brew. So for potions, we're going to be using standard Tri-Stat potions. Reason being is we get access to two of the most important buffs from spell power potions through our skills. So Tri-Stat potions allows us to have a little bit more of each resource. So for CP, for the blue tree, we're going to be running Fighting Finesse, Weapons Expert, Deadly Aim, and Wrathful Strikes. For the red tree, we're going to be running Balanced Vitality, Rejuvenation, Siphoning Spells, and Celerity. So for the gear, we're going to be running 5 pieces of Hexos Ward with 5 pieces of Order's Wrath, a Maelstrom weapon, and a monster set, Mauled Inferno. So breaking it down in the main hand, we have a Hexos Ward Lightning Staff, Precise with a shock damage enchant. On the back bar, a Maelstrom Lightning Staff infused with a weapon damage enchant. For the head and shoulders, we have 2 pieces of Mauled Inferno. Head is going to be in Divines with a Tri-Stag glyph, and shoulders is going to be medium Divines with a Max Mag glyph. For the chest, waist, hands, legs, and feet, we have 5 pieces of Order's Wrath, all in Divines with Max Mag enchants, crafted in light armor. For the jewelry, we have 3 pieces of Hexos Ward jewelry, all with Bloodthirsty as the trait and with spell damage enchants. So for skills, we're going to be running Burning Embers. This is a good DOT. On top of that, it heals you for 50% of the damage after it ends. Noxious Breath. This is our access to a Major Breach, which reduces physical and spell resistance by 5,948, and it also is a dot. Structured Entropy. This is a dot, and it's also going to heal you a little bit. Also, this is what procs Empower from the Mages Guild to make your heavy attacks hit harder. Flames of Oblivion. This is going to be our source of Major Prophecy and Savagery, which increases our weapon and spell crit. And it's also a decent damage skill that is semi-AoE as well. Coagulating Blood. This is our burst heal. So it heals for a set amount and then it increases depending on how much health you're missing. Dawnbreaker is just there for the passive, and instead here you can slot Corrosive Armor if need be. On the back bar, Hardened Armor. This is our source of Major Resolve, increasing our physical and spell resistance, and you get a small damage shield with it. Unstable Wall of Storm. This is a decent AoE. On top of that, this is what's going to proc off balance, so our heavy attacks hit harder. Eruption. This is another good AoE dot, which is also a snare and does good burst damage, and then it ticks for a very long time, 18 seconds. Molten Ornaments. This is what makes DK heavy attacks viable. This gives us Major Sorcery and Brutality, and on top of that, it does 50% more for all of your heavy attacks. Barbed Trap is on here for minor force and also does OK damage. You can swap this out for Channeled Acceleration if the fight is going to be really quick. And for the ultimate, we're running the Thunderous Rage, which is Destro ult. It does good damage and it's a huge AoE. If you want to be more tanky, you can also run Corrosive here, or you can run Standard of Might. So there really isn't a set rotation. You just want to keep all of your buffs and dots up as best as you can. So first off, before you fight, either cast Channel Acceleration or use Barb Trap during the fight. It's up to you. Make sure you cast your Molten Ornaments and your Major Resolve buff. Once you do that, you can also cast that before you fight, which is your Flames of Oblivion, and then just dot up with your front bar and then swap back to your back bar and put your 2 dots down, and then all you do is heavy attack. Refresh what is needed and you should be good to go. So closing thoughts. First up, I want to say that this is a solo build, so if you're gonna try to do harder content, I definitely don't recommend this. What I do instead is either focusing on an endgame heavy attack build. If you're interested in that, I can always make one. And I did do a DPS test with this. I did 60k, which isn't too bad. This build has tons of survivability. Like corrosive armor alone will make you invincible for like the duration of the skill. I think it's like 12 seconds. So furthermore, for gear replacements, if you don't have Maul or Inferno, it's not a big deal at all. You can literally run any monster helm of your choosing and still be fine. So I am running a Maelstrom on the back bar. It is perfected, but you can just get a normal one and you won't even notice a DPS difference. And if you don't want to do normal Maelstrom, which is actually really easy compared to Vet Maelstrom, you can instead just opt for a Hexos Lightning Staff and just have higher uptimes on Hexos, and you should be totally fine. And I think that wraps it up. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below, or better yet, come join our Discord. And if you're part of the PS4 NA community, I definitely recommend this other Discord I'm in. Both Discords will be down below, and if this helped in any way, please consider subscribing and liking the video. Lastly, thanks for watching again, and see you in the next one.